Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case Supernatural Investigations, and we are going to Midwest. We are on our way to find some witches, so broom ready, hat ready, magic wand ready, and everything else witches use. So what we have to do is we gotta find some kind of spell, elixir, or the thing we can use to protect our minds from being read by demons. Katrina, I still can't wrap my head around it. We unmasked not one, but two demons in quick succession. Darkwood claims to be on the good side, and I guess he is, since he saved us all from Seki by banishing him. Only another demon could do that, and he risked it all for us. But Seki still managed to take the core of the magic tree to the netherworld. We have no idea what for. Yeah, and Darkwood couldn't tell us either. Demons can read our thoughts, Katarina, so we are not safe for him to confide in until we figure out how to shield our minds. That's why we need to seek out the witches of the Midwest. Only they can tell us how to protect our minds. But until then, and I can stress this enough, we must have no contact with Darkwood. Yes. Saving our lives must have attracted the attention of Darkwood's enemies. We must lay low now, or we could all be in great danger. Copy that, Chief. So we need to plan our next move. I don't know about you, Katrina, but I need to stretch my legs. Let's go take a walk and breathe the fresh air of the Minnesota suburbs. Yeah, we're in Minnesota. Alright, let's take a walk around the streets. We're not gonna seek out witches yet. Bashed over the head and into leg. And with what? Oh no, Katrina, that man's been killed. Man, he has a weak head injury. That's probably the cause of death, but there are also tire tracks on his legs. Bet we'll figure it all out. Oh, tire tracks. You. Yes, you. What are you doing? Hello? Ma'am, please step back. This is a crime scene. I will not step back. I'm gonna call the police, or my name is Mrs. Florence Brucker. And that's my neighbor, Dan Kelly. And I think you killed him. Ma'am, with all due respect, we only just arrived. Please calm down, ma'am. We're private detectives and we are investigating this murder. We need to speak with you, so please wait over there. Katrina, last thing we need is this meddling neighbor, Mrs. Brucker. But I think we can handle her with a private detective cover. Yeah, finally you say that we are private detectives. In the meantime, I'm wondering if this faded magazine could give us a lead. I'll grab your dusting kit. No sooner do we leave the RV than we stumble on another dead body. Looks like witch and my protection will have to wait. We need to solve this murder. Yeah, we gotta solve this murder. It's nothing interesting for demons. What happened to you, man? Hey, Katrina, this body is definitely not what I was expecting to see on a calm day in any town, USA. But this man was indeed murdered. As is summarized, the head wound is the cause of death. Someone beat him, but good, with a shovel. Shovel. Any particular kind of shovel? Something to look out for? Just an everyday garden variety shovel you could find in any garage in the cul-de-sac. Great, that leaves this case wide open. Well, Luke, even after so few months with us, you ought to know by now that no investigation is ever open and shut. But I did find something else that could help. You saw the tire tracks across the victim's legs. According to the bruising of the body, the killer drove over the victim in a station wagon just after the murder. They must have been in a hurry to leave the scene, but how could you tell the killer drove a station wagon, Ben? These tires are specific to a particular Swedish brand, a vintage model at that. If you could call the 80s vintage, and don't you dare. No comment, other than to say that the killer may think they are safe in that station wagon, but they aren't safe from Katarina. Yes. Okay, now the faded magazine. Alice Kelly, 4325, Timberberry Court, Parkford, Minnesota, 55669. Man, Parkford is just like all the small towns where my foster families lived. I never got comfy in any of those places. Anyway, that copy of Supertopia magazine was sent to this address for the attention of one Alice Kelly. Kelly? This Alice has the same last name and address as the victim. She's probably his wife. We should go speak with this Alice Kelly and break the bad news. Okay. Let's first talk to the crazy neighbor. Well, it's about time you came back and talked to me. I had a good mind to report you. Mrs. Brucker, can you please tell us if you saw anything strange around here this morning? Just you, so be around my neighborhood. I'm the head of the neighborhood association and the neighborhood watch, so I know everything that goes on around here, and everyone who should and shouldn't be here. You guys are from around these parts. You show up with your big sticky RVs and then my neighbor is dead. Coincidence? I think not. You did it. Dude. I know you speak from the facts, but I think you got something wrong. No, we didn't. As I said, we are private detectives and we can find the killer, but you have to give us a little time. Well, I'll give you some time, but not much. After that, I'm gonna call the cops. Man, Katrina, I knew she was gonna be trouble. Had too many scraps with noisy neighbors when I was a kid. We better crack this case quick or she'll constantly be underfoot. Yeah, I don't like her. Alright, now let's go talk to Alice. Alice Kelly, we have some bad news. It appears that Dan, my husband, yes? He was attacked by someone in your front yard, Mrs. Kelly. He was murdered. Murdered? But how could this have happened? I never saw a thing. I've been in the kitchen all morning. In fact, would you like some cookies? Or a fresh lemonade? Not now. Lemonade? Mrs. Kelly, we need to find the person who killed your husband. Snacks can wait. Of course, I just didn't want to be rude. Anyway, if you change your mind, the cookies are quite delicious. I'm sure they are. Can you tell us if there was anyone Mr. Kelly was supposed to meet, or anywhere he was supposed to be today? Main Street? He would help with outreach for the church sometimes when he wasn't adjusting claims for CYA insurance. Thank you for your help, Mrs. Kelly. We'll be in touch as the investigation develops. Was it me, Katrina, or was Mrs. Kelly a little off? I'd say that as well. You're right, psychological analysis will have to wait. Wait to get to Main Street. Well, we don't have a psychologist among us. Mrs. Kelly said that her husband was here a lot. So did you find anything, Katerina? The bloody handkerchief has the initials DK on it. That matches Dan Kelly. We should take a sample of that blood and see what else we can learn. And a good call, Katerina. The box of clothing donations could be part of church outreach the victim did. Let's see if there's a clue in there. Alright, Katrina, let's find out what secrets hide behind the proven facade of Parkford. Okay. Alright, let's collect blood. You got a sample of the blood from the victim's handkerchief, Katerina. Let's get it to Priya. Okay. And finally, Priya is back with us. Alright, now let's look through the box. Just some clothes as a donation. And a picture with the victim and who's the other guy. Katerina, I found a framed photo in that donation box. And that's the victim, Dan Kelly. But who's the guy standing next to him? Let's go run this mystery man through the recognition software and see who's BFF with the victim in this photo. Okay. Alright, let's look up this guy. Oh, he's a priest. You identified Stan Jensen. According to the database, our unknown man is named Stan Jensen. He's a pastor in this town's church. Funny, he doesn't look much like a pastor in this photo, but I guess they can't be expected to dress in full regalia all the time. Let's ask this Stan Jensen about the victim. Maybe he can shed some light. A priest who's a party animal. Alright, let's go talk to him. Pastor Stan Jensen, I'm afraid we have some bad news. One of your flock, Dan Kelly, was murdered this morning. What? Murdered? That explains why he never showed up to outreach. I should have known something was wrong. Dan was very involved, very generous. You know, he even gave us his old pickup truck for hauling donations, food for the South Kitchen, all that stuff. Yes, we found a photo of you two in the donations box. He must have been very important to you. Oh, he was important to the whole town. We were going to hang that photo up in the church to thank him. But now, I suppose you'll hang it up in his memory. How terrible. Why on earth would anyone want to kill Dan Kelly? You all are being too generous, but he died, so what if you had a beef with him? Is the blood the victim's? Hey there, Katerina. This town seems so normal, especially after frolicking in the forest with the werewolves. Frolicking, Priya? Are you referring to time spent with any werewolf in particular? Well, okay, I'll admit that I was fond of Sanders's company. He was really kind to me, and I hope that I managed to get back in his good books. Anyway, back to business. The sample Giuseppe mostly contained the victim's blood. Why would it be so far from the crime scene? Well, the only logical answer is that the killer took the handkerchief to wipe their hands after disposing of incriminating evidence. But in doing so, the killer also left behind certain salts and oils that are used in making tuna casserole. Tuna casserole? That old suburban standby? Do people actually still eat that? Well, it would appear that Dan Kelly's killer ate tuna casserole shortly before the murder. So, we're looking for a killer who chomps down on baked tuna and noodles before casually ending a man's life. Nothing strange in this town. Nope. I never heard about that meat, so I'm not gonna judge here. Well, Katrina, we came to this white bread and Maya town in search of witches to help protect our minds from demons, which is totally normal for us. But instead, we stumbled upon the body of Dan Kelly, who died from several shovel-related head trauma. Pastor Jensen describes the victim as a friend to the town, a generous and kind man who no one would want to kill. We'll see what happens next. Kelly's wife said she didn't see anything. She was too busy baking cookies. While his neighbor, who claims to see everything and everyone in this neighborhood, is convinced that we killed Mr. Kelly. And somebody's having a fight. Baraka says she called the cops and we can only hold her off for so long with our private detective shtick. Do you hear that kerfuffle, Katerina? What's going on over at the cafe? What are those people doing to Gwen? Gwen! What are you doing, Gwen? Or rather, what are you doing to Gwen? Alright. Alright, we can stop here. We got 2 playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video. I'll see you again. Goodbye!